Paula and welcome to Crafter Artisaurus. My name's Paula and today I will be focusing in on my monthly challenge with Tori, where she gives a prompt from Cool Kooky Creations. She gives us out a prompt of a postcard prompt. So the other day while I was in class and while I was teaching, in between my spare time, I drew out this. I thought last month I kind of covered a furry friend because, you know, IKEA skiing. But I thought, well, let's just try something here. And so I drew two kind of little whimsical birds, and I've given one some knitting that they're doing, and the other one I've got them holding the yarn ball. And I thought that'll be my one for this month. I'll just do a couple of furry friends who are knitting together, because there's nothing like knitting with with a load of people. And so yeah, I was also given this the other day. Here, have a look. Isn't it cool? It's a fantail, isn't it beautiful? My friend Dee gave that to me. She came across it in her scrap bundle and she said, "Oh, Paulie, you've got to have this." And she is right. It's very cute, and I'll more than likely put this on my Just Because quilt. I think my Just Because quilt is becoming just a bird quilt. Just a bird quilt. So I'll just move that to one side. So while I was there, I have lots of stuff in my bag, as you all know. So I just grabbed a piece of oh, what do you call it? It's not felt, it's just a lining that you'd use if you did quilting, but it's quite thin, so it's just leftovers. And from there I just went through and started cutting up things. So the first thing I cut off, I found this in a scrap pile, and it's some flying fish. So I'm going to put them in the sky. I know it's not really flying fish, but they are now. They're flying fish. And there was this green fabric with little kind of dots on it that you can see. It's rather cool. It's a very neat colour. So I think this is what Marg has been using for doing her, one of the students has been doing this wonderful dinosaur teddy in my sewing class, and it's really is. It's looking lovely. Very talented. So there we go. Now we've got the ground and we've got some sky. And from there we just need to add bits of more sky. So there you go, some more sky. And a bit more sky. Some more, it could be ground, I guess. Blue would be good. Maybe we'll go blue up here. I want those fish to be. There we go. Is that long enough? Yes. We'll put this more down here. It could be. And oh, you see, that isn't going to work because that's too close to the other fabric. So it must be going up here. Oh yeah, that makes sense because the flying fish kind of seaweedy thing happening. And we'll put that there. The fun funky. I'm not, well, maybe I am liking that. I don't think it's gonna, oh yes, there you go. I quite like that. We'll put that there. Just a square if we go this way. And that goes there. And this can go up here, covering that whole. Oh, I'll put a bit of colour down here. Use the, there we go, down here. Some clouds in the sky. And then some more clouds can go just under there. There we go. So there's my background. All I'll do is I'll do a running stitch backward and forward, and I do love the thought of the fish in the sky. It's just so cool and funky. Something that I bought a while ago while I was at Pink Possum. It's a sewing shop that's here just out of Greymouth. It's like gosh, 2-3 minutes up the road, so it's kind of on the outskirts, but it's a fantastic sewing place. I'll have to ask the lady if I can do a little video in there one day so you can see what's in there. It's an amazing store. She had this little pack here, so it's going to be very noisy. And it's got lots of lovely, yummy wool felts. And it's just loads of different colours. And just little teeny weeny pieces though, as you can see. There's nothing big here. So I think all up I paid $5 for it. I could be wrong. I might have paid a little bit more. But I thought I'll do the little birds that I'm making, because I've got a nice little bird down here, but I've got a rather big bird here, well, a biggish body with very long legs. And no, I think I want a nice bright bird. So I'm just flicking through the fabric and trying to find a biggish piece. That's not going to work, so we're not going to be able to see that cloud down there. So I might have to put it up in the sky here, but then it would hide the bird. So maybe I go like that. I'm not quite sure. I might have to take that one off. But that could definitely be the big bird, and it's lovely and bright, which is what I'm looking for. And it's got lovely long feet, so I do like the thought of that being the big bird. So I'm going to fold it in half, and it's basically a teardrop shape that I do most of my birds with. So I'm just going to go like that, and then around the bottom I might open it up just so I can do this a bit better. Just do another little circle, and because it's felt, it'll be easier to work with. It'll give me a little bit of fun time here. There we go. Not that happy with the side being so. There we go. There's the tallish bird, and I've given it quite a pointy head too, but I'm still not. See how sharp that side is there? I don't really want it to be sharp. I'm most probably going to cut my fingers here. Oh dear. There we go. There's the bird, all nice and tall, and it needs some little wings. And also I think I might need to pull it over a bit further because I've got some needles that are going to go out. I guess the wings could be, oh yeah, that colour there. Oh, actually, I kind of like that a little more. So I'll cut that in half and make it really teeny tiny. These are just teeny weeny little bits of felts, and as you can see, I'm just cutting them and going for fun. I kind of know what the bird shape is. I haven't made a pattern at all, but yeah, I don't think I need to. I most probably did. I'll find out why in a second, why I needed to. So there we go, there's the other wing. So that one's a little bit big, so I'll just take some off the end. There we go. And there'll be some knitting needles sticking out under the, so that'll be fine. Absolutely fine. It also needs a tail. I had not thought of that. So there we go, a nice little tail. I'm just chopping lines up. 3 of them. can go under the bird, and I can move those and put them down. Well, that's rather sweet. Needs some eyes, and the hair I will, see, I've drawn some funky hair, and I'll do that with thread, but the eyes need to be done. I might just leave it there for now, and I'll come back later for that bird. The other bird is nice and little as well, and I'd still like it to be quite a contrasty. This is quite a colourful one for me, but I want that contrast colour of so it doesn't, the bird isn't going to blend into the background. That's what I'm worried about here. I'm worried about losing the birds. They'll just fade away into the background, and I quite like the thought of using this. That will be the little bird. It'll be down here, and the little feathers here will stick out, so I'll just chop into it. There we go. And I'll have it standing on this lovely colourful piece, and so that's its head, and I'll make the wool fit. I'll show you how I do the wool later on. Am I in shot still? Let me just, yes, I think I am. So that'll be, so I'll just, for now, that's my basic pattern. Hi, I'm back, and as you can see, I've stitched everything down. It looks great. I've done a cross stitch across where the two fabrics meet, a chain stitch. I've just done a running stitch and folded that under over here, and then just an over stitch, and I've over stitched all of my little birds, and a running stitch just down here. Well, actually it's a back stitch, isn't it? And the little wings I've left free because I thought they were rather sweet, so I kind of like the idea of having them free. So going back to the picture, I've got my two birds in, and that's about all I've done. Look. So this one isn't quite right, is it? No, it's a totally different bird to the one I've done. So just down here I'll put the yarn. So I was thinking of just, yeah, I'll use this for the yarn. That's more like it. That's what I'm looking for, and that can come up and be on the needle. So there we go. That looks great. Now if I, oh, look at that, it stays. Woohoo! Just tying a knot in the end. Now, I'm not going to cut the thread off right this second. So because my husband's got 3 weeks off, we're hoping to go to the North Island and see my mum, which will be wonderful. And while I'm up there, I'll do a little bit of op shopping, I think, since I especially now know I really know what I'm looking for. And thanks to Create Craft Christine, she had another one out where she got all these bits and pieces, and oh my goodness, talk about drool. So jealous, but that's okay. Now something's happened here. I see the right. Well, I'll have to decide how much of this thread I want. So I just want to make a little bit of a scarf with it. So I won't need too much. So I'll just cut it here, I feel, and pull that through. I've somehow managed to, right. And we'll take the thread off my needle, but I'm leaving it in the back because I want to couch down a little bit more. So there you go, there's the ball of yarn. We've still got the little eyes and a teeny weeny little beak to do. I've got some big eyes here, but more importantly we've got the needles coming. And now I just have to get all that thread I did not think about this, through the whole of the needle. So let's see how we go. I've got 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, it was meant to be. Okay, so that will be a little bit, oh, and I need a, almost probably I need to go twice. So my camera is shaking. I'm going to have to get a new stand. I'll need to have a look at this. None of my wonderful people live here who do all of my computer stuff. They're all my kids in Christchurch. Well, my husband, of course, is here, and he will do loads of computer stuff for me. It's just he's very good with computers, and he does build computers. He used to build the girls a new computer every so often when they needed one. He just built it, which is amazing. To my way of thinking, it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, but he's got a lot on at the moment, I know that, and I don't want to be adding to what he's got on, although I'm sure he would say, I will help you, that is fine. So if I bend that back, it would hold the needle, which would be rather cool. So I'm going to go down here, and there's my knitting needle. So you see how I did that? Very simple, and those I can put some stitches in just a second. There's the needles, easy peasy. Make a knot on the back. Is that all I need to do with the needles? Yes, it is. Oh, this cotton was very nice to work with. Very impressed. But I'm thinking, while I've got the cotton in my hand, and there is a little bit there, just take these out of the way. I might do little feet down here. I think I've got enough. So that's what I'm going to do. And there we go. Our little bird with feet now. That looks cool. Okay. So now I've got my needles. I need knitting on the needles. I need a beak and some eyes. And I need little eyes and a beak down here. Oh, there we go. Looks great. Okay, so the knitting's all done. It looks great. I've got bits of fluff everywhere, sorry. Got the little bird down here. I need to do something about adding a beak here and some hair on top. Some eyes over here and some hair on top, because that's what I do. I like putting hair on top of birds. So first of all, I think the eyes, and the eyes have it. No, I don't think so. Well, purple could be quite sweet, and it's different, and it kind of brings the yarn colour in. I'm going to go purple. Oh. There we go. There. So now I've just got the legs, which I might do in the Sue Spargo. I think that would be rather sweet. Just to do it in this, the Sue Spargo thread. And then there's a beak, which again I might do in the Sue Spargo. Why not? It seems to be my go-to thread at the moment, this one. So I'll just grab tie a knot in the end, wrap around a couple of times, pull through. There's your knot. Now, in my picture, where are my legs? So my scarf is a little bit longer. I'm actually going to have my leg come all the way down from up here and come down to here. I'm going to go out. Now I know I haven't couched that down yet, but that's okay. I just got to do quite a few of this down here. There we go. And where is, there's the knee. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm wrapping around 6, and I'm going to go over the other side of that leg. I'm pulling this a little bit tighter, but not too much, pushing it down, pulling it, and there we go. And I'm hoping that I can come on this side over here and just hold some of that knee on this side, and do that again on the other side, and just pulling the knee down on that side. So it's kind of a fun little knobbly knee happening, but I do like the look of that. And then the other leg coming out, it needs to be a bit higher, so we will go back in and we will come out there, coming out, coming down to around about the same place. Careful, I've moved my fingers in the back so I don't go through and stab myself, which is never a good look. It's never a good look. So there we go. And I'm just going to do 3. One was a little bit longer, a little bit higher, 2, and the other one I had a little bit shorter, and going in, pulling my needle, going up to where my kneecap is, which is approximately here. Oops. And I wrapped around 6 times. As soon as I've thread my needle, there we go, thready thread. It's doing its own thing. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over to the other side, pushing it through, and then just pulling on that tail very gently, bringing everything down, gently again, bringing everything down. From there, I just pulled it, went to the other side, grabbed just a couple of those threads off my French knot of sorts. It's very loose though, so I don't know if I guess you still call it a French knot, but yeah. And I'm just grabbing 2 of those. I'm grabbing the yellow 2. That leaves 2 in the middle. But there we go. There's that all done. His little feet are on. Oh, and I do love those feet. They're very cute. Right, so I'm just going to tie off in the back. Right, so now we have a little beak, and I'm really not that sure if I want to go in with the Suspargo on the beak. I just think it might be wrong, but I think I will do it in a cotton. You know what? I'm going to use blue. Just my sparkly thread, a little bit of bling, bringing bling in. Now, I'm going to use all 6 threads. I don't normally do this. I would normally push it down to 2 or 3, but I'm wanting a really nice big firm beak here. There we go. Throw a knot in the end, pulling it through, and My beaks I always join in under the eyes when I paint, so I'm just doing the same sort of thing at the moment that I would do when I'm painting. So I'm going to go to there. Bring it down the middle. I'm off. There we go. There's the beak. And I'm going to point it a little bit more. Now, a bird also needs to breathe, so I'm going to put 2 little holes at the top, 2 just teeny weeny little stitches, virtually going up and down near exactly the same place. And there's its nostrils. Just makes me, you know, the bird's alive, it's now breathing. There we go, holding that. And there's its little nostrils. That's very cute. And I'm very happy with that actually. There's my knot, it's quite big. I'm not that happy with that, but that's okay. I might just, because it's loose, I can wrap my yarn around it a little. Then I can there we go. Now, I'm coming down to the little guy and I want the same thread. So I'm thinking if I do 2, let's see what that looks like. Might be enough, and then I can give a little bit of hair with it as well. And then with the 4, I can come over and do some hair on the other one. There we go. So it's the same thing again. We're going right by the eye. And we're doing the exact same thing on this side, by the eye. And then it'll be a slightly different beak. I'm going to go here, pulling it tight. There's my beak. And I'm very happy with that. Oh, actually, I'm extremely happy with that. Right, I'm going to go out and do a little bit of hair. Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to go here. I'm just going to go back to the center all the time and just put hair where I feel like. At the moment I've got 3 strands, but I'd actually like 5 strands, and I'd like this one to be further out, coming into the same place, and this one to be further out and coming into the same place. That's very cute. Yep, I really like that. So I hope you can see that, and I'm just going to go knot it at the end. One hopes. It's getting a little bit full. This is just a bit of wadding I've used here. I think I said that in the first video. So I'm just going to keep this up here. And I've got 4 on this. So it'll be, I think 4 might be. Yeah. I think I'm coming back. No, too thin. 4 is too much, but 3 looks just right. And all I'm doing is a little bit of hair on top of this one as well. It goes over there. Now let's have a look. That looks a little bit different. It's still kind of, don't know, is it completed? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got butterflies. Yes, that's definitely completed now, don't you think? It looks so much better. I'm not going to do an overstitch around the side or anything like that. I'm thinking I'm going to add this to my Just Because quilt. Even though it's got a little bit of accents on it, I still think this could be rather sweet on my Just Because it's a bird and I'm putting birds on there. So I can put this underneath a little birdhouse that I'm making. So I hope you enjoyed the postcard I'm doing for I think it was bird friends or something, or bird friendship or something. But I thought this was a sweet little way of doing it. So I'll see you this weekend, and I hope you have a lovely week, and you're also having a lovely Tuesday and lovely start to your week. All right. If you like this, could you please give me a thumbs up and comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. All right. Bye for now.